This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Well, then cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart. Woo-woo.
Welcome, Grace, to the East Coast time zone, where
Yes.
you're still drinking Diet Coke and I'm still drinking alcohol, despite it being the same time for both of us.
Oh, no. We just landed in Florida all of about 10 minutes ago. And
I know.
This armpit humidity
Yeah.
really just does not stop out here. I forget every time until I walk off the plane out of the airport, and it's just so sticky.
It's still humid.
It's
still humid.
But yeah, we had a layover. Definitely stopped, of course, at a Chili's. Had a beverage.
Ooh.
Had some
Chili's too?
not a Chili's
Or-
too, just a regular
Oh.
Chili's. And everyone was so pleasant. I forgot that their chips. There's something about Chili's chips. I don't know if you've had this experience. They're just a little thinner than regular tortilla chips, and I think I
will
like them.
say, I would never choose Chili's outside of like a beverage situation. Like
Right.
it truly is. I remember thinking, I think we talked about this once, like this time last year, because I ended up going to a Chili's when I went to Georgia for Chip's brother's graduation. And I literally walked in, sat down and said, I can't do this and left. Because for something in my brain, Chili's was like, Chili's, Applebee's, Ruby Tuesdays, like to me, those were all like, not fine dining, but like, that's where you impress a girl and take her on a date.
Yep.
And I sat down and I felt like I had bar rescue glasses on. Like all I thought about is like, teenagers should not be in charge of anything. No one has done their side work. Like I turned into a manager.
I know. I've worked. That was one of my first jobs was at a Chili's as a hostess, and it was like getting my dream job because that was my favorite restaurant in high school, which was
I couldn't even imagine.
It's only
that was that.
Yeah, it's saved
So
for
cool.
special occasions like good grades and prom. And to get that job, I was just like, oh my God. Like, do I need to go to college? I believed and I achieved here. But I also got a few years of a firsthand look at how incredibly gross everything is.
Yeah.
Speaking of sticky, that place is its own humidity within the building itself. That's just from years of not deep cleaning.
Now, question though.
Yeah.
Since you have a history with the Chili's.
Yes.
Did you always feel the chips were as good as they are? I will say this.
Yeah.
In addition to how salty and great they are.
Yeah.
They're always a little warm, which I appreciate because sometimes you will sit down to a place and they are straight up just pouring some tortilla chips out of a bag. These are under a heat lamp and I thank them for it.
Yeah. I mean, I remember vaguely that it is kind of gross because people are just grabbing chips with their hands and stuff. Like there's like a big container that you're supposed to scoop them out, but people had their own whatever.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
but like for a bite or to put it in a basket?
Both.
Like,
because that was the thing too, as a host and a server, like that was the immediate food that we could all eat all the time. Like it was just available. So you get sick of it quick, but I like that they're thin. They basically do the chewing for you in your mouth. They just break apart. They're already done. But it was great. We did a full day of travel to beautiful Florida today.
There we go. I
And,
love it. I thought to myself, you were like, Mabe, can we actually record after I land tomorrow when we were talking about recording yesterday? And I was like, there's two things that are going to happen. There'll be a delay just because I've heard this is like the craziest Thanksgiving travel season of any season, one of those like total apocalypse news stories, or the girl has had some vodka sodas on the plane. There's going to be one of the two. And I think you proved me wrong.
Yeah, it's the latter. But we only had one. We only had one because we flew American, and you have to pay for drinks, and their like card system is horrible to pay for it, so it wasn't working correctly. We were hoping to get maybe some freebies out of that situation, but I always forget too. Same with how I forget that Florida's humid as hell. That traveling over Thanksgiving is fucking crazy.
I feel like you forget this every year.
Every year. It didn't register till we were getting on the plane and they were like, again, this is a full flight. And then going to Florida, we had a layover in Dallas, and it's the age median for like who's on this flight to here is a little bit older. The older people. So the boarding process. Oh yeah, the boarding process. No one was in any rush to do anything, but I did appreciate.
You think they would? Less years to live.
I did appreciate that there's a guy next to me. He had the window seat, and he was like a bigger guy. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, we're going to get really intimate with each other for a couple hours. Mm-hmm. And, he's got a big beard and he's got a hat on. And I was like, I bet I know who this kind of guy is. And then he just started watching Friends on his phone the whole time.
I'll be damned.
I was like, this is delightful. I'm watching Drag Race. He's watching Friends, both on our phones. Elliot just kept looking over and being like, you two, look at you.
You too. Chip is in the other room right now with headphones on so he doesn't hear me, watching Seinfeld. We've gotten into a weird Seinfeld kick, and I hadn't really watched it since it was out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's both twofold. It's both, oh my God, that was clever, and oh my God, that was a little problematic.
We have been watching Frasier like crazy. I guess I never really watched Frasier before.
Welcome to heaven.
I am blown away at how good it is.
Wow. I can't tell you how proud this makes me.
I had no idea. I always thought it was, too sophisticated of a program for me. And those guys are just goofs and spoofs and just like leaning into the most annoying, like bratty adult baby boys of all time. Mm-hmm. It's wonderful.
I love it.
Also the psychology of all of it is very silly and fun.
That makes total sense since he's a psychologist that you and Elliot would be watching. I
keep going. No wonder, like I didn't realize that Elliot has always loved this show. I'm like, well, you and Mamrie should talk about that. But but then I realized the more I'm watching, I'm like, this is the perfect program for you. But it's that era of programming too, where Daphne, clearly the actress, got pregnant. So they created a storyline where she goes to a fat farm to lose weight because she can't stop eating.
Oh,
I was like, this is the way you guys handled.
That's crazy because at least on The Nanny, Cece, the business partner and bully, I feel like she was pregnant most seasons, but her like briefcase just got comically large.
Yes.
Like she would just be carrying a full, you'd have to check it suitcase as if it was her briefcase. Oh, I missed that. I feel like there were so many good 90s hides, but I wonder, my question is, it's interesting to me that it's like watching Friends and like I'm watching Seinfeld. I haven't watched a sitcom in forever. You're watching the same exact era of NBC must-see TV. I wonder if there's just something like the world is so crazy and everything is just so like, I feel like everything on TV right now has to have such a weird hook or murder or something, as we know from like trying to come up with TV shows where nothing would sell that used to before. I wonder if like it's going back because it's a little like comfort blanket of like they don't make them like they used to.
They really don't. I mean, they get in and out in 20 minutes.
22 minutes. Yep.
With laughs and sincerity, a beautiful balance of both the whole time. I also like that sometimes Frasier just ends the episode. They don't even care to tie it up. And then they just move on to the next episode with no like previously on or like linking any of the stories. So just like, and that's it. We're out.
Literally, I said this the other night. We were watching a Seinfeld episode, and then like it ended with Kramer on the side of the road and Newman running on fire, and I was like, and we're gonna get no follow up if he burnt to death. Nothing.
They do a slow fade, and then Frasier does this little vignette with no words at the end of every episode where someone's like doing something
Eddie
physically.
A high five.
Yeah, exactly. It's just Eddie runs into an empty room and gets a brownie that's been tucked in the couch, then runs out, and then they're like, credits.
Credits. Oh, Eddie didn't get paid enough. Oh, speaking of though, like comfort watching, another thing, I think I've told you this before, but another thing that's popped up recently is Chip and I love to watch old Price is Rights. And I'm talking like Bob Barker. Like fully 70s, skinny. 80s. The women always gave them a kiss. Like they were clearly picking girls whose nipples were hard out of like we watched one lineup and we were like, everyone's tits are huge and popping out of their blouse right now.
Well, they keep that AC cranking in there.
I know. They got to keep them alert. But so we would watch them occasionally, like when we came home drunk from a night and then like put it on YouTube. But then we found out, because since we're at this rental, it's like a different, smart TV, that there's an actual like channel on Roku. That's old Price is Right. We have been watching so much Price is Right. Old school, Bob Barker, 70s. First of all, I want Chip to be Bob Barker with the long microphone and me to just be a model, like modeling Polydent.
Yes.
For Halloween next year.
Perfect.
You could be a Plinko board. It'll be great.
Oh, I want to be the little yodeler. I don't even know if that game existed.
Wait, no, well, it doesn't anymore, but we watched it. Kind of fucked up game. They just let that yodeler just drop off the side of a mountain.
Yeah, I don't know that it does anything for like teaching us about the culture of Switzerland or anything. From.
However, my mom probably wants to be him.
Yeah.
Because as you know, she's got yodel goals.
Yes. There you go. Whether it's some last-minute school supplies, maybe an impromptu dinner, or perhaps some fresh flowers for that special occasion, with DoorDash, there is a neighborhood of good in every order. Along with the restaurants that you love, you can now get groceries and other essential items delivered with DoorDash. You can get drinks, snacks, and other household items in under an hour. Every time you place an order for pickup or delivery, you're setting off a chain reaction that helps give back to the people who make your neighborhood unique. With over 300,000 partners, you can support your neighborhood go-tos or choose from your favorite national restaurants like Popeyes, Chipotle, Cheesecake Factory, just to name a few. With DoorDash, you're not just getting the things you love, but supporting the community you love too. From the stores and restaurants to the Dashers driving around, each purchase provides a new opportunity for everyone involved, because with DoorDash, there is a neighborhood of good in every order. For a limited time, you beautiful listeners can get 50% off up to a $20 value and a $0 delivery fee when you download the DoorDash app and enter code GETWEIRD. That's 50% off up to a $20 value and $0 delivery fees when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code GETWEIRD. Don't forget, that's code GETWEIRD for 50% off up to a $20 value and $0 delivery fees with DoorDash, subject to change, terms apply.
As the holiday season approaches and the days get shorter, calendars fill up, and to-do lists seem to get longer than ever, it's important to make sure you're still taking care of you. And Care Of makes that as effortless as possible. Care Of makes it easy to stick to a healthy routine when life gets crazy, with daily app reminders to take your vitamins, individual travel-ready packs, which is so important when you are zipping all around the country to visit family and friends on the holidays. You just throw a couple in your suitcase and you are good to go. It also has a flexible subscription that you can change at any time by simply retaking the quiz for some extra support where you need it. Oh, what is this quiz you speak of? Easy. You take a short, in-depth quiz about your lifestyle and health goals for a personalized recommendation, taking the guesswork out of what supplements are best suited for you. They know, they will tell you. You don't spend money on things you don't need, and you don't miss out on the stuff you do. And a new cool thing that Care Of recently launched is their Gut Must line, with products aimed at managing bloating, gas, indigestion, and weight. Gut health is functional to your overall health and influences areas like sleep, weight, immunity, and mood. What a better time to learn about your guts than the holidays. So, if you would like to try Care Of, and I truly recommend that you do because it makes vitamins so simple, and honestly, guys, don't push it off until the new year, new you, all that jazz. Get started now. You can get a special offer for listening to our podcast. For 50% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code TMGW50. That is 50% off your first Care Of order. Go to takecareof.com and enter code TMGW50. Do something good for yourself. But we were watching it. We went up to my friend's lake house this weekend, which is like I go to every time I come home, and went to like at least once a year in college and in my 20s, and so much fun. Literally all we do is get fucked up and like watch movies and cook food. That's it. Yeah. And normally we'd like go out on a boat or swim in the lake, but it's freezing. So it really was like, oh no, kids. It's a snow day almost. Like we're staying inside. No one's putting on a bra. Yep. Like we're starting to drink the second you wake up.
Yeah. It's the only activity.
So of course we introduced them to Jackbox, and it was like we played a game where you have to like make up a t-shirt design. 8 in a
fun.
row were dicks. 8 in a row were dicks.
See,
this is what you're dealing with.
We never age. We really never age.
But so we were like, hey, you guys want to watch some Prices Right? And everyone was like, from 1982, we were like, absolutely. And they got into it.
Shake up the vibe a little bit.
But this shook me to my core.
What?
It was a game that was like high-low, here's a thing. Here's the price. Is it actually higher than that or lower? And you think you know it.
Yeah. And I love when they have games that are so complicated, it takes like 5 minutes to explain and like 10 minutes to play. And then they'll just have one that's like, okay, higher or lower. That's it. Yeah, you're out.
Yeah. They didn't really go wild on this. But they pulled up a VHS tape of Speed 2. Speed 2.
To say higher or lower?
Here's a price. Do you think it's higher or lower?
Okay.
And and we're talking, Keanu's not even in this. This is the plot of Speed 2 was Sandra Bullock and some other dude are on a runaway cruise ship. Not a good film.
How fast is that cruise ship going? And no one can catch up to it.
Like too fast to release the safety boats?
Oh no.
What's happening? Some people, lived with the Titanic. Well, surely we can get you off of here. And also, what happened to you in a past life, Sandra?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean,
were you a snail in a past life, and this is your reward?
I can't imagine the different modes of transportation that they went through that they vetoed before they decided on cruise ship is the one.
Right. Hot air balloon, submarine, like what was going on? But so anyway, they were like, she's crushing the game. She's trying to win whatever the worst car of that year was.
Right. Yep. Love it.
Always. Which is so fun to watch with Chip because every car he's like, piece of shit.
Yeah, it's always just overstock. The whole game is just a show to get rid of a bunch of junk that warehouses have been storing.
Oh, absolutely. There was a showcase showdown. One girl got like a trip to Paris, a car, blah, 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 passed. And then the next one, it was like, you get a new kite. It's like, we got someone's got to take control of this. Anyway, it killed me. But so it's a Speed 2 VHS and they pop up and they put $70. And you're like, well, this isn't even a hard one. And she's like, lower. Flipped it. $91.
That's outrageous.
Were VHS tapes actually expensive back in the day? And I didn't have a concept of money because I was young. $91.
No, there's no way. I remember VHSs being expensive, but I'm talking like $30 expensive.
Right?
And this isn't even a DVD, right? This is a VHS.
This ain't no Blu-ray. This ain't no extra features. This is Speed 2.
I know. Can you challenge the game itself?
Well, that's the thing is that back in the day, I would have immediately gone to my seat, pulled up, Googled it and been like, bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolute bullshit. I don't care about inflation, anything. She lost $91.
Wow. That sucks. That's outrageous.
Sucks.
Right into Drew Carey now and say that you need a redo.
I was having a weird VHS day. And then my friend Chrissy, whose lake house it is. And it's this has not changed since 1982. Cool. Everything's the same in that house. It's never changed, including their own VHS collection. I mean, they've got Sound of Music taped off the ABC on a Friday night. So many. She comes up and she goes, Chip, look what I just found in the basement. It's a VHS 30-minute instructional how to play Frisbee golf video.
What?
We were like, what's happening? You just have this in your house? This is
what? Yeah, okay.
I can't remember the exact name of it. I'll put it on Patreon, but it was truly like 30 minutes on how to play Frisbee golf, whatever.
Did you watch it?
Of course I did.
Yeah, you have to.
In the room with the twin beds, she was like, the room with the twin beds has a
you guys did go in a time machine.
A tape player. We go in there. It's on a stack that's Beetlejuice, Grumpier Old Men.
That's great.
It's fantastic. But so we put it in. I've never seen anything so 80s in my entire life. It's a guy with a mustache who's his name is like Wild Jones or something like that. Like he goes by, but you know me as Wild, blah, blah, blah. He's like the king of freestyle frisbeeing and teaches you how to do all the throws and catches and like goes through the basics.
Oh, basics, not just tricks and stuff.
No, but also tricks. His go-to trick is, you know how you can spin it on your hand, which he shows you how to do? He spun it on his teeth and he calls it the toothbrush.
How do you spin it on your teeth? I can't even imagine that.
What? It was crazy. It's crazy. But so he gets 5 minutes into the video and then he goes like, I'll show you how to throw.
Yeah.
Catching it is my partner over there, Chip.
What? No.
There are 2 people in this and one of their names is Chip.
Did the other guy also have a mustache?
No, sadly, it would have been better if it was the flipped way. But like world champion Chip points at the guy. And so we're freaking out. We're losing our minds, right? But the thing that really stuck out to me about this instructional video is they were showing you how to grip the disc, like the Frisbee for a certain throw.
Okay.
And they would cut to like ridiculous graphics and like, you know, like they tried to be really funny, which was amazing. I mean, like this DVD was so old that they had a preview before it started for a different VHS.
Wow.
Called Just Say Yo. That was an old man teaching you how to yo-yo.
You could have given me so many guesses on what that is. I didn't even think yo-yo. I was like, just say, like, is he going to do some after school rapping or something?
I know. I have to like find the preview because it's like an old man that looks like an extra from Beverly Hillbillies teaching it. They're like, would you like to learn how to walk the dog?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I found the instructional. You can look it up on YouTube. Just say yo. But anyway, he's teaching you how to hold one of the discs.
Yeah.
And he's like, put your thumb on this edge, grip it, but leave room in between. It's kind of like if, and then cut to a different fucking clip. When you try to hold a parakeet in your hand, it cuts to a clip of him holding a yellow parakeet in his hand, tight enough so it doesn't get away, but not so tight you kill it. I was like, when did this guy accidentally kill a bird?
And how many times has he done this to realize this is the perfect example?
This is, you know, when you're holding your parakeet and you don't want to kill it, but you don't want it to fly. I was like, this is psychotic. It was said like that's a normal point of reference.
Wow.
Right?
That's truly wild.
Killed me.
Someone should go check on the birds at that man's house.
I'm saying that man should not own a bird. He should not own a bird.
Oh man, now I want all the DVDs or VHSs. I want to learn how to do all of these things. My goodness. It
was like, honestly, if you and I did a shot-for-shot remake of this, people wouldn't even believe it. Like they would think it was an SNL short.
And who are these 4 adults or are these 4 children?
I think both.
Yeah, it has to be both.
This one I would say for gay men because the shorty shorts and like they were catching them. They were like kicking and like doing pirouettes and like his specialty was like basically Frisbee dancing.
That's insane. Absolutely insane. I want to see all of it.
And then I looked up. I was like, what did this Chip end up doing?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I'm curious about.
After he won 4 world championships of freestyle Frisbee, he just became the receptionist at the Patagonia headquarters and has worked there for the last 20 years.
As the person at the front desk? What a very strange, but still like in the wheelhouse of like what he's interested in.
I know. I said to Chip, I go, Chip has worked at Patagonia. He goes, oh yeah? Like doing what? I was like, greeting people as they walk in. This interview says his smile has lit up the lobby for 20 years.
Oh, and you know, every now and then someone tosses him a Frisbee just to see what happens.
Are you kidding me? He'll catch it in his teeth like a dog.
We gotta go. We gotta go on a field trip to the Patagonia headquarters.
We have to.
I just got to see if he's still there.
Oh my God. You just throw a Frisbee through the window and just see what happens.
Speaking of movies, my God, we stumbled on to this movie the other night. We got pretty high, and then Elliot found this movie that I had to like turn off after 13 minutes because it blew my mind.
Oh no.
Have you heard of Designing Christmas?
No.
The HGTV scripted holiday film.
Oh no, it's scripted.
Scripted, but it features Hilary Farr. You know her from Love It or List It.
Oh, Hillary.
She's
tough, but good.
So the premise of this film, which you and I will have to get drunk and watch because
I'm so in.
It's the description reads, complicated and unexplored emotions may jeopardize everything between Stella and Pablo, co-hosts of a home renovation show, as they work together during the holidays.
I love it.
One, I couldn't believe that HGTV had ventured into the world of scripted holiday films.
Get in there. I mean, people are making fucking bank. Why not? It costs like $4 to make those.
And this one, the thing that was freaking me out and realized I was like, I'm too high to watch this. Half of the sets are like cartoon backdrops, like purposely whimsical. They don't look real while they're talking about a home renovation show that I kept being Elliot, is that living room set? It's like a cartoon that they drew. He's like, yes, Grace, it's hand drawn and it's meant to look like style. I couldn't tell. I didn't understand what I was looking at.
If that was a directing choice or a budget choice.
Right. Is it both? Are they trying to make this like whimsical and stylized, but like half of the set is real and like looks like a home that they're working in, and half of it looks like someone made a cartoon of a set that wasn't finished being drawn? It is so wild and silly and stupid. And it is, we just couldn't stop laughing because we couldn't tell what the tone was. We're like, is this supposed to be a parody where it knows it's a parody?
Oh, okay. That
like,
freaks me out. I can't do that high.
Right. That it's like especially stupid, or is this supposed to be sincere for the demo that genuinely watches HGTV? And it's just so sickly sweet. It's been blowing my mind. We also thought that we were halfway through it when we stopped it, because I was like, this is too much. And we were 13 minutes into the movie.
Oh, no.
It was so much. It was insane. So put that on your to-do list.
Okay, watch. I will. And also for y'all listening who are thinking of joining Patreon and for our bonus pod, we are indeed going to do a December bonus pod on the new Lindsay Lohan comeback film. I don't know what it's called, but we will be doing that. Okay, speaking of HGTV, holiday movies, Airbnbs, you guys, this is the cleanest segue I've ever had.
Yeah.
Did you know that someone made a exact replica, and speaking of bonus pod, exact replica of the British house from The Holiday that Cameron Diaz stays in, that Kate Winslet owns? They made an exact replica in Georgia. That's an Airbnb, so that you can go rent it and pretend you're on the English countryside of that movie. Isn't that? I was like, two things. I was like, it's so random it's in Georgia because they like don't get any snow. Like this would make so much more sense in like a Vermont or something. Right. But also I was like, why aren't there more people making their houses replicas from movies and TV, where you're like, you know what I would rent? The exact loft from Frasier.
Yeah. Or the Friends apartment. Any of them.
Or the Full House.
Right.
Or any of that. Like that seems like a brilliant business move.
I know. They're making Airbnbs that look like potatoes in Idaho.
I know, but only one, and it's too far to go. You know I want to go.
Oh, I will get so claustrophobic. That's something I got to appreciate from afar. I don't think I can spend the night in the spud. I can't do it.
Oh, I could, baby. I sleep like a damn potato. I'd sleep like a potato.
We almost went to Rooftop Cinema over the weekend to watch The Holiday because it was playing, but it was downtown on a Saturday night, and all we wanted to do was just see that line about the Santa Ana winds.
You know, like, is it worth it? When the Santa Ana winds are here, all bets are off. I texted that to someone the other day. They were like, are you getting the Santa Ana winds in LA? I was like, I'm not there, but you know what they say. They were like, I don't get it. I was like, watch the movie.
'Tis the season. It's the greatest line. One of Jack Black's most amazing roles.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you know how much your subscriptions really cost? Most Americans think that they spend around $80 a month on subscriptions when the actual total is closer to $200 plus. That's right. You could be wasting hundreds of dollars each month on subscriptions you don't even know about. That's why there is an app that helps you take care of that. It's called Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill. This app shows you all of your subscriptions in one place and then cancels for you whatever you don't still want. Rocket Money can even find subscriptions you didn't know you were paying for. You may even find out that you've been double charged for a subscription. To cancel a subscription, all you have to do is press cancel, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. So get rid of useless subscriptions with Rocket Money now. Go to rocketmoney.com/TMGW. Seriously, it could save you hundreds per year. That's rocketmoney.com/TMGW. Cancel your unnecessary subscriptions right now at rocketmoney.com/TMGW.
Take action today for a healthier tomorrow with Everlywell. Their at-home lab tests and vitamins and supplements can help you get the knowledge and support you need so you can become a healthier you. And you guys, I know that 2023 is right around the corner, and you might think, let me just push it off. Let me wait till I have some resolutions. No! Get started today. Everlywell is a digital healthcare designed for you at an affordable and transparent price. With over 30 at-home lab tests, you'll be able to choose the test that makes the most sense for you to get the answers you need, like the women's health test or the food sensitivity test. Everlywell also has high-quality vitamins and supplements to support your overall health, so you can choose from a variety of options, including vitamin D and omega-3 fish oil. Here's how it works, okay? Everlywell ships products straight to you with everything you need in one package. You take your at-home lab test, simply collect your sample, and use the included prepaid shipping label to mail your test back to a certified lab. Your physician-reviewed results get sent to your phone or device in just days. How freaking simple is that? No longer do you have to go to a doctor or wait in line or try to get scheduled in. It comes right to you, and then you send it directly out. It is so simple, and over 1 million people have trusted Everlywell to support their health and wellness goals, and you should too. I myself took the food sensitivity test, and what I thought I was possibly breaking out a little too, I wasn't sensitive to at all. So it made me look in other directions about what I was putting on my skin as opposed to what I was eating. So for our listeners of the show, Everlywell is offering a special discount of 20% off an at-home lab test at everlywell.com/TMGW. That's everlywell.com/TMGW for 20% off your next at-home lab test. everlywell.com/TMGW. And you guys, I'm going to say it, it would make a great gift. Oh, speaking of amazing.
Yeah.
This is so fun. I don't know. I'm going to say to you, like, did I talk about this on here? But like, we don't know.
I never know.
We don't know what we say. We get Men in Blacked the second we're done with this.
Truly.
Like Chip has been saving up episodes because he's driving across country, and I'm like, no idea what I said.
Let us know if we're actually repeating ourselves too frequently.
Well, that's first of all, hi Chip, because you'll be hearing this from the road. Hope you're almost home. But also, I've told you he'll like just randomly text me like, that's not true.
Yes.
Or like
he's fact checks for us.
A fact check.
Yeah.
But like I'm gonna have no idea because it's gonna be from like a month ago.
Great.
Be like, what are you starting? But so I don't know if I told you, but I put it on my Instagram story that my cousin's kid, who's so adorable, like she loves baking and cooking. And so what I love is on their Instagram story, she's always making like she'll make like croissant dough. And as Bake Off watchers, we're like, how do you have time to do that? You have a 3-year-old and a babe and a 1-year-old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some people
maybe he's
just
4. I'm not sure.
Know how to do life a little bit more organized.
Yeah. Where I'm like, every meal is out of the holiday. Like, which I get it. Like I'll make what some people think are advanced meals, but not like on a Monday with like a kid helping me mix the flour.
No,
I'd kill them. I would kill them.
We'd get the flour touched, and then I'd be like, "That's enough. We're ordering pizza.
Enough.
I'm not doing this."
I hate this.
Clean
you
up
licked a
after
spoon?
yourself.
You licked a spoon? Great.
Well, now you have salmonella. We're going to the hospital. Right? It's over.
But it was so cute because he loves baking with her so much that what he wanted to be for Halloween was a KitchenAid mixer. Did I tell you this?
Wait, I did
you
see this
this
on your story then. Yeah.
So they
this is familiar.
It's so cute. They took cardboard and basically made him to be the KitchenAid mixer stand, fully like had a whisk coming off the top, and then he held the mixing bowl as his candy bucket.
Oh, that's so smart.
It's adorable. It was so cute. And I put it up. I didn't like tag KitchenAid or anything like that. I just put it up and was like, I'm obsessed with this. KitchenAid slid into my DMs. Someone must have sent it to them and was like, "We are in love with little Wesley's costume.
Oh my God.
We'd love to send you and him a gift." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So sent the addresses, whatnot.
Yeah.
I'll put it up on Patreon. They sent Wesley the blue KitchenAid mixer that he was for Halloween.
That's so cute.
Isn't that so cute? Like, I said to Hallie, I was like, "Oh no, do you already have that?" She goes, "No, we had a red one and it broke. And this is actually perfect." And so she took pictures of them beside each other. But I was just like, first of all, the cutest DM I've ever gotten. But second of all, like, what a story for when you get older to be like, I dressed as a KitchenAid mixer and then KitchenAid sent me one.
I know. How do you also explain to this child that that's not how the world works all the time?
Right. I know. My cousin was like, "I'm so weirded out and starstruck that this is happening."
Oh, that's amazing. See, that's when social media is good.
Yes.
And I approve. That's really sweet. I hope
I know.
Bakes his little butt off then.
Bakes his little ass off. He better send me some cookies. But they sent me something too. I just am not home yet. But I just thought that was like the sweetest little story.
That's super sweet.
Some people, dress as Captain America and meet him. This kid, a standing mixer.
Whoever the social media intern is over at KitchenAid is really doing the Lord's work for these children.
They crushed it.
I think I saw Patton Oswalt tweet this the other day from Tampax. Did you see this bizarre ass tweet? You're in their DMs. We're in them. We are not the same. What's going on there?
I know that there is.
I've done zero research to know exactly what. I know that the people are being absolute monsters to Tampax for sponsoring trans influencers because people
which is
are awful.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's also like, who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Did you have some like big relationship with Tampax? Like, who cares? But no, I saw that, and I've seen before the memes of like, you're in her DMs. I don't know. At her grandma's house. I don't know. Like, what's the brag?
I don't get it. That someone's closer to this person sexually than you are. Great. Okay.
I guess so. But yeah, that I feel like that is a social media misstep.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Did someone take over this account and it's just tweeting from it, but they're also doing memes as they're tweeting? Like, it didn't make any sense to me. I didn't know if there was anything more to it or if it was with all the absolute dumpster
chaos
fire that's happening over on Twitter.
Well, that's the thing is I trust nothing. I still go up there. I still go on Twitter, but I tweet like once every 4 months. So people are like, I gotta go get on Hive. I gotta do this. And I'm just like, I can't even remember to tweet on the thing I have 500,000 followers on.
I know.
You want me to rebuild?
Be real, I guess. And I'm like, here, I'll be real. I don't know how to do social media the way that everyone else does.
Let's be real. I'm never on here.
I tried to go back the other day to try and find my very first tweet because I was like, maybe I'll just like end my Twitter by being like, here's the first thing I ever tweeted and be done with it. Because everyone was kind of going back and like doing their like final tweets or whatever. And going back, all of my first tweets are just me not knowing how to use Twitter.
No.
And it's just links from like twit pics of when I thought Instagram was a photo album. So every photo I took, I uploaded to Instagram.
Like, here's
and
a
then it went
cool
to Twitter.
tweet of my lo mein that I'm eating right now.
Yeah, all of it was just links to Tumblr posts that I had been posting that I think I thought I was hot shit because I figured out how to link the two social media apps.
I wouldn't know how to do it. I don't know what my first tweet was, but just saying this, I would put money on that it, like when I think about like, what was I going to say that was clever? And then people can fact check me. I bet it's like too legit to twit. I bet it is.
I guarantee
it is.
I guarantee it's at least in the first couple months of you using Twitter. That's somewhere. Because mine is definitely like, I don't know how to do this. I don't understand this. I don't know what's going on here.
Which has been, I feel like, the brand from the get-go.
Yeah.
It's always been.
Well, also, realize how long, like I signed up in like 2009 or something.
Well, I
so
remember
wild.
I was just doing sketch team stuff. I wasn't even doing, I feel like we might have started doing You Deserve a Drink at that point, but
Maybe.
like not like anything major. And my dad being like, Mame, you should sign up for this thing, Twitter, so people can keep up with you and you can like promote your shows. And I was like, sure, Dad.
Okay.
Okay, Pops. Like I fully like boomered him and was like, what is this bird? What is this thing? But no, I just don't keep up with it. I go there for news stuff.
Same.
But I don't go there for jokes anymore. I go there literally to be like, oh shit, news just broke. Let's see. And then I follow like pundits.
I go to look post episodes of Real Housewives
God.
of like how absolutely savage the
I
fan
would
base
miss that.
is. Part, I feel like I just really got into that over the last year of going on Twitter and
It's the
reading
best part.
people's just like unfiltered, just ripping people apart.
It's so good.
Yeah,
I
will
couldn't
miss that.
sleep last night. I have this thing now occasionally where I just like wake up at 4 a.m. and then I
Sweet.
can't go back to sleep till like 7 and then I sleep 2 more hours and I'm like,
Fun.
great. I've been in bed for 10 hours, slept 7.
Perfect.
But last night, I mean, I was on the Bachelor in Paradise hashtag and I don't even watch it this season.
Just
Like,
reading.
but I was still like, get him. Destroy that man. Crucify her. Like, I know what's going on now. I didn't have to watch it.
slowly whisper to myself, drag them, after like reading every single tweet.
Drag them.
I'm just like, this is the meanest thing a human could say to another human. I'm just like, drag them.
I will say one more thing, and it does relate to social media platforms because I know you are about to see your, drum roll please, in-laws.
I know, they're like on their way over.
Crazy, and I'm going out to dinner. But the other day, so we had some weed,
Yes.
right? Because we have the vapes and whatever, but they ran out from LA.
Yeah.
And I remembered I was like, my friend Chrissy from the lake house, I was like, oh, she left a bag of goodies here in the guest room. do.
Perfect.
But like, we're not used to just having like loose weed. You know what I mean? Like we live in LA. You get pre-rolls, you get vapes, you get drinks, whatever.
I mean, the packaging is now like half of the product in Los Angeles. Right. Yeah.
Exactly. So I was like, well, I'm running to the grocery store to get us stuff for dinner and get a little wine. There's a pipe, like a place called Octopus Garden across the street from it that has like tobacco pipes and probably
Why is it called Octopus Garden?
I don't know. But it's got like a mural.
Okay.
It's on the seedy part of town.
Oh, okay.
But it's by my wig store. It's in the same.
Got it. It's got everything.
Where they post the people who shoplift.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll swing in there and just get you like a little cheap bowl.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. So I go in there. It's everything you expect it to be. Just a lot of things to smoke tobacco products, quote unquote.
Okay.
And I get my little $10 bowl, which I have not bought in fucking 25 years, something like that. And I go to the counter and the girl there, God bless her, the girl goes, I'm like, oh, here we go. She goes, is your name Grace? And I go, I couldn't even deal with it. I didn't even like prompt it because it's one of those things of it's like a do you want a picture? I just go, no. And she goes, oh, okay. And she keeps checking me out and she goes, but you do a podcast with Grace. And I go, yes, I do. Hi, what's your name? I was just like, I'm not going to like try to lead you to the answer. I'm over here buying a weed pipe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, yes, I do. Hi, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Names exchange, blah, blah, blah. She's like, holy shit. And I'm like, I was like, of course I'm here buying stuff for weed. No shocker there, etc. And then as I'm leaving, I'm like, she goes, I swear, I have been watching you since high school. I mean, I would watch you guys on Vine so much. And I go, never was on Vine. I just go, 0 for 2. You're 0 for 2, honey.
She
You're 0 for
said
2.
some of the tobacco products while she's working. And she's so
like,
close, hovering
Somebody's
around.
hitting the Delta 8.
So that's how I feel like I
was
talk
like,
to young
sure,
people
fine.
Yeah, that's literally how I feel like I come across when I talk to young people that understand social media better than me. That I'm just like, I'm so close. My intentions are good.
So close.
what a
So shout
sweetheart.
out to her.
Whatever her name might be at Octopus Garden. Good old Octopus
Hello
Garden.
from Grace from Vine. So anyway, okay. Well, I'll let you go hang out. Yeah,
I gotta go
you've had a long day.
reapply some deodorant, make myself smell slightly less funky than I do right now.
Girl, you'll always be funky in my book.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Have a happy Turkey Day. I'm sure I'll
you
talk to you
too.
about it.
Yeah.
Stuff your face. Take
to
some
everyone-
Lactaid.
I know. That's the other thing, too. We did travel with some marijuana tobacco products, so we will be enjoying all of the food options this Thanksgiving.
Sounds good.
And happy holidays to everyone that celebrates. And I know that that's not the whole world.
That's not the whole world, and it's not even the whole country because it's a fucking stupid ass holiday, but I will eat the pie.
Yep.
Okay. This got weird.
Yep.